Hello, everyone. Welcome to Creativity-Hive's weekly show. We've got something a little bit different this time around. We help budding videographers achieve massive post-production skills through Premiere Pro and After Effects. And we decided that maybe it would be good if I actually learned how to do Premiere Pro. So, are we ready, guys?
I think
Neil is
maybe.
going to be teaching. Mo's going to probably be giving us a hard time as we go along here.
Well,
Hello, guys. How are
Oh,
you?
I was
Oh,
so
yeah,
nervous.
yeah.
I was
Don't
just
be
going, oh
nervous.
my gosh, I'm going to look like a fool here.
No, it's gonna be okay.
I just
So,
realized I need to take one more minute, and this thing is.
oh, come on.
I mean, I can't talk for this long without some liquid.
All
I'll
right.
be right
All
back.
right.
Go ahead, go ahead. Miriam, so how has it been with you?
So it's good. I have some footage that I shot months ago and never did anything with. Life got busy. I had this idea. I was going to create a little promotional video for the local businesses in our town, and then just never did it. So this is my incentive to actually make something with this footage that I shot. Now, just shooting the video was a challenge for me because I am um, not a videographer. I'm very
Okay.
comfortable with a still camera, but I just used my phone. All of this footage was just with my phone. I did have a gimbal. Neil
Mm-hmm.
provided me with that because I wanted to be moving and didn't want it to be all jiggly and looking ridiculous. So that's what
And
I
you
did.
you 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 shot this completely on your own, yes?
Yes.
All right. And what camera do you know? Do you remember what camera you used? Was it a
Oh yeah,
phone?
I just showed you this,
Oh
my
yes.
phone.
Oh, your phone. So there was no other cameras used
No,
beside your
no
phone.
other camera.
That's pretty cool.
And if anybody's curious, it's the Galaxy S20. So
Okay,
I'm
that's
not
awesome.
I'm not an Apple lover. Don't hate me. Okay.
Okay.
So
And how
um
was the experience of shooting? Was it difficult to get the shots you wanted, or was it all cool and
yes.
you get it
Yes, I had
nicely
some
done?
challenges getting the gimbal to behave the way I wanted it to.
Okay.
Um, I didn't have a whole lot of ideas about how to, um, what I was looking for. It's really
Yes.
good to start out with a story idea and storyboard and do all of that stuff. I didn't. I just walked down the street and popped in on people and said, "Hey, why don't you just smile at the camera and wave, okay?"
Yeah,
and
that's a great idea. I mean, to just
so
get it
so I
done is
didn't so
cool.
then I yesterday I sat down with this footage and went, "Oh, well, that section's boring. Well, this one, if I take this little part of it." So I did do some prep work. Okay, Neil, you have your coffee. Are
Yes,
we good to go?
we're good to go. So let's talk about that. Uh, how did you import it into Premiere? Because what I want to do here is walk through how you did this, kind of look at how you did it, and I'm going to walk you through another way of doing it that might work better for something. So let's just so
Okay, shall I share my screen? I think
yes,
that would be
Yeah,
easier because I
please.
can't even remember, if I'm looking at it, I can probably uh, remember better. Is that okay?
yes, we said both of us have said yes
Okay.
multiple times. Yes, yes,
Yes, I will share
yes.
my screen. Here it is. So now I have to also, since I'm also running this show, give me a second to um, get back to StreamYard. Ah, I'm sharing the window, but I can't. I need to make it big.
Unfortunately, Miriam only has one monitor. She's, I work
Okay.
3.
Okay, I think we are
Yes, we can see
good.
your screen.
Okay, there we go. Now I can have both screens. Yes, it would be good if I had a second monitor. Premiere Pro on one screen, StreamYard on the other screen. That's probably going to be a next move. Okay, so now you want to know. So I already have my media browser open. I'd already put things on a timeline.
Wait. You're not actually giving us the steps. You're running through things.
I know.
So how did you import the media into Premiere? Did you use the File Manager? Did you use the media browser? What?
I used the media browser.
Okay.
I navigated to where I had it. I actually moved it into a separate folder so I could have all of my assets in a single folder.
Okay.
And what else do you want to know?
Okay, that handles that.
Okay.
So your media organization in general, are you going to be taking from files all over the computer, or do you have your media pretty well organized so you'll be at least within one general subfolder tree area? Like you got it in multiple drives, or is it one drive out of one?
No, it's one drive. It's one folder.
Okay.
Now, this morning, I forgot which folder I'd put it in. That was not so great, but but I did remember. Well, actually, Neil told me, look in Premiere Pro, and that will tell you the project.
Yeah, it'll
tell you where you put it. So
and she put it in with the project file, but also you can right-click on any clip in bin in Premiere, and it will give you a reveal in Explorer or reveal in Finder, and then you can go to and see where it is on the computer, which is handy at times. There's times when I have to figure out where I put something. Okay, so you have a fairly organized file structure and everything. Now, I have another question I've got. You had mentioned earlier when we were talking that you'd created subclips, and you mentioned this. Did you ever make any multiple sections from one clip, or is it all just one bit per clip that you use?
I sometimes did multiples.
Okay.
And so they were called subclip 1 and subclip 2 usually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because a lot of people think that you have to do a subclip to rename a section of a clip, but actually in Premiere, in the bin where you have your media, if you right-click on the name of a clip, you can change the name of the clip or the sequence or anything. It doesn't change the name of any media on disk. So if your file is, DSC dash or underscore 70253, and you want to name it something far more useful in Premiere, you can. It won't change the name of the file on disk, and Premiere does a pretty good job of keeping track of this kind of thing. But you can, rename it easily. And a lot of times when people, they think they need to make a subclip so that they can change the name.
Oh.
And you can actually change the name just of that file, like I was just saying.
Yeah, and I did that as I went along too, because I was going, I'll never be able to find anything. I was mortified about going live and then not being able to find anything.
Yeah. Well, and naming things usefully is a huge part of learning how to set up a process. Mo, I know, has talked about this with like comp names and things like that, because Premiere will default to names that you're never going to be able to figure out what the heck that is.
Yes.
So you need to at times rename things. Okay, so what essentially you've got here is, let's look at your timeline.
Okay, what do you want me to do here?
There's the above the enter key on your keyboard, there is the key that has both the pipe, the straight vertical, and the backslash on it. Hit that. And you notice that shows us that immediately put your entire timeline visible within the space you have there.
Nice.
Okay, that is a real handy shortcut to get to. So it looks pretty straightforward. I can see you've got you see the little gray triangles on the tops of some of those clips. that means that is the actual end of the clip right there. And the ones where there's no little gray triangle means those are the ones that you've cut.
So those are the sub. We know right away those are sub clips, and
those are trimmed, as it's typically
okay.
referred to. So, okay, nice looking. And your audio is a little long. You said you wanted to work on remix. Okay. Well, let's do this thing. Let's build this, but a little different way. So, create a new project. File, create project.
Okay. Okay.
File.
Where's file? Oh, there we go. File, new project. How about, right?
Right.
And I should give it a name, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Let me see. Monmouth Downtown New, we'll call it.
Oh, that's a great title. Great title.
Okay. Is there anything else I should be changing? Are we good?
We're good there.
Okay.
Now, let's go to your preferences. So that's the edit menu. It's a little different on a Mac where the preferences are, but in the Premiere, it's your edit. And let's go to the down to the timeline one.
Okay, timeline.
Okay, now you can see in the timeline thing that you've got a number of defaults there at the top right, and one of them is stills. That typically is like 5 seconds, which is way too long. So change the time to like 2 or 2.5 seconds.
Okay.
And now let's go down to the trim panel.
Okay.
And you see that top option box that allows a selection tool to change things?
Oh, allow selection.
Yes.
Yes.
The top option. Yes, the top option.
The top option. You want me to click it?
Click that one. What that does is allows you to work without having to use modifier keys to do roll and ripple trims, which are two of the most used ones and very useful. And once you've worked with it this way, you never want to go back. It makes it just so quick and easy on the timeline. Okay, so hit the OK.
So now that I've changed it, it's going to be changed forever unless I go back into preferences and change it back. Awesome. Okay.
Now, and we've already talked about sub clips and renaming clips. And also
although I don't know, should we show people how to make sub clips?
Well, we'll get to that in a moment. Just going through my notes here. And again, you have everything that's under one basic folder. So now go down to your media browser.
Let's see. How do I go back to the media?
You can scroll.
Control?
No, scroll.
Scroll.
You have a scrolling button on your mouse?
Yes.
Okay, go your cursor up on the top bar there inside that panel, and now scroll it one way or the other.
Oh, I see. There we go. There we go.
Okay, now just with your cursor in that panel, hit the tilde grave key.
Okay.
And that will take that panel full screen. Now, you notice when you're at the top left of there, that there is a thing. If you're scrolled up all the way on that top left, the folder tree on the left side there. If you scroll to the top of that, you notice there's a favorites section.
Favorites.
You have to scroll up.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you know scrolling, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you need to scroll to the top of that panel because as you can see by the bar on the right side of that left panel, you're halfway down it.
Oh. Okay.
Yes. And so in the media browser, I'm going to get mine here. Um, that's not. There's the favorites tab at the very top. Do you have any favorites selected?
No.
Okay, so that you said you had a folder that you were going to be putting everything under.
Yes.
Okay, in that local drive section, navigate to that folder.
Yep. Well, it's what's open.
Okay, yeah, but now right click on that folder
Okay.
and add to favorites.
Add to favorites. Okay.
Now, anytime you want to work on something, that folder is going to be right there at the top. So if you add any media into that folder, it will appear right there. So
There it is. Ta-da.
now we're going to do another nifty little thing here, which is now right click on that folder
Okay.
and should be getting up a little when you right click in the folder, you should be able to get a little dialog box that pops up.
It says reveal and explore or remove from favorites.
Oh, that's all it's showing up there?
Well, open project and import are there, but they're grayed out.
Okay. And this is the folder with your media in it, right?
Yes. And I've clicked on the favorites.
Okay.
Where it shows up in favorites. Should I be down in the?
Yeah, I maybe it was I wanted you to be one folder up from this. I should have said maybe.
Okay.
Because I thought you had your media in a second folder.
I don't. So, okay, so here I'm back to my, not the favorites folder, but to my original folder on my drive.
And so are you going to be adding other media in other subfolders of that or in other folders within that, the folder that's over top of that one?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think what? I asked two questions. Which one?
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So this is what I'm trying to get is we want the favorite to be the one above where you're actually going to be adding media folders, so that you can then select one of those. And because it doesn't work all that well if you only favorite individual folders for individual projects that you don't need to go back to. Where you want the favorite is where you're going to be storing the media in general, so you can quickly get to the folder that has all your media folders under it. Was that clear?
So what would you like me to do?
I asked, was that clear? Was my explanation?
No.
Okay, because what we want to do is, again, set it up so that you have a top level, not all that top level, but fairly close to your media, a folder that is your favorite, and you will be putting your media in subfolders under that folder.
So you want me to create a subfolder for the media to live?
If you were going to be doing that, yeah, that would be what I would typically do. But I think we'll kind of skip that for the moment here because you've got it organized a little differently than what you actually told me. So we'll just go with what we've got here. Now, clicking on the folder of, it looks like it would be the Monmouth Business Association folder. Click on that one.
Okay.
So that this folder will appear as a folder in that bin. Now, go to the folder with your media in it, in the bin, not on the left.
In the bin.
Yes,
Okay, in the bin. Wow, that's harder to find. Let me
That's why I was
see.
suggesting do it the other way. But we'll work it this way now rather than take the time to change your computer.
Okay, Monmouth. Okay, here we go.
Right
Click
click
on it. Right click.
and then import.
Import. Okay, import files.
Now, we don't want to import that other one, so cancel. We're not importing the project.
Right.
But that, unfortunately, because this is one of the problems with having a project file in there.
Right.
Because what I wanted to do was just simply import the folder, because then you import that and it becomes a bin, a storage bin. But
okay, so if I go back and make that a separate, put my media in a separate folder where it's not got a project already in it,
right,
that will solve our problem.
That would solve the problem.
Should we do that?
You might want to try that now. Create a sub bin. Go back to that folder and create a sub bin, and then just move in Windows and move your media into that subfolder.
Okay, so how do I go back?
No, go to Windows. You have
what?
You have to do this part in Windows.
In Windows. Okay, good. That I'm really comfortable with. So give me a moment while I go to Windows and take care of making a separate folder. I've got to start think. Okay. What I think I will do is new folder, media, we'll call it.
That's a great name. It's rather common too.
Yes. And then I will move all of my stuff into the new media folder, except for the project. Cool.
Now go to the media browser in Premiere.
Now, okay, media browser.
And now you go to that Monmouth Downtown.
Or the Monmouth Downtown.
And now you see the media folder.
Uh-huh.
Right click. No, not down there, up in the panel. Right click.
Up in the panel. Right click.
Right click. And then import.
And import.
And it automatically cuts right back to the project panel, and you see we now have the media in a bin. This kind of thing, and the reason I was suggesting doing this is because this really helps organize your project without having to do a lot of extra work. Because if you have your files organized in their in folders on the computer, then you can import your structure for your files this way, and it makes it much easier and much faster to organize your projects within Premiere. You don't have to then create bins and drag and drop a whole bunch of media into it. It makes it a lot easier.
Yes, the way that I did it yesterday involved dragging and dropping each individual clip.
Yeah, okay. So now let's double click on that media folder. Now you're in freeform view, I can see. You know how to change your views, right? The lower left corner?
Lower left corner, toggle project between read. No, that's not it. So I guess the answer to that question is no. List view.
List view. Yeah, click on list view.
What do I want?
Click on the list view. Let's look at them.
Okay.
This is, of course, the way that gives you with all the various metadata files that you can find. And we're not going to go into it right now, but if you actually want to change it, you can change what's shown for the columns here and the order they're in, and set it up and and make that completely your own, make it far more useful than the setup that they've got here. But and that could be handy. And list view is useful for some things, but it's not really that great for doing a lot of your project. Now click on the thumbnail view, which is that middle icon there.
The icon view.
Right. Mm-hmm. Now, this one shows them all. They'll all be the same size, and you can scroll up a little bigger. You see that you got the scroll thing there at the bottom, the little bar there. You can bring that up.
I can make it bigger. Woohoo!
And you can also set the sort order in the those 3 bars there to the right.
Mm-hmm.
Click on that, and it will give you. We're not seeing your little context menus, but for anybody watching this, if you click on that, it will come up with the options like by name, date, user order.
Right. Label.
Okay.
All kinds of options there.
And let's go now to the freeform view, that the one that with the multiple thumbs showing. Okay. Now, freeform view allows you to do some things that you can't do otherwise, because in the icon view, or the thumbnail view as most people call it, you can't change the order of the clips except by the sort order. But here, let's just go over and grab one. Just like the you see the third row down at the far end.
At the far end.
Okay, just click on drag that down.
Drag it down.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, you can move things around. Put it back up where it was for now, but this is just to show you can move things around.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can also group things, and so just click on the background and swipe over a few of them, and let up. Okay. Now, right click, and a menu that she have that we're not seeing.
Yeah. Sorry.
Right.
Too bad you guys can't see the menus.
I know it's too bad we can't see the menus, but at any rate, she would be getting a context menu that would allow her to make a group of those images.
Okay. It says, a whole bunch of options. Duplicate, hide, aligned grid. Oh, wow. Yes. Lots of options.
Yeah. And, and of course you got the new sequence from clip, all of those, clip size. And this is one of the things that's handy in here that you have is at the bottom, you've got a clip size. Now, if Miriam, go ahead and on your clip size, hit large. And you notice how those are all of a sudden much bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And they're now overlapping a little bit. Did you notice that?
So because the ones that are wider are longer clips, I'm guessing.
Yeah. But you've got a group here so that you can move these around as a group. If you just click once in that group, you can move that whole group around together.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And so this is the way, a really handy way to go about starting to structure up a timeline by you put the clips in the order that you want. And it's like you can grab, what I typically will do will be I'll select everything, move it all down so I have a little space at the top, and then start moving the clips up that I want and into the top area.
That makes sense. Okay, I've got gonna practice. Okay, there I can move that, and then I can. But then I didn't get. Now I moved those. Whoa! I have to reselect everything though. Make sure I've got.
Now you're because you started way out over to the left. You're
yes.
Everything.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah, so start over that group, but not to the left, above. No, not to the left, above.
Above. Got it. Oh, it still selected it.
Still was. Oh, that's.
Uh-oh. We got a problem.
Okay, hit Control Z a few times.
Control Z? The magic. Oh.
Okay. Now go back to your icon view.
Icon view.
You got Oh, you got out of the bin.
Uh-oh. Shoot. I'm in the wrong project now. File, open recent. And now we're in the right one. Icon view, except that I need to, ooh, what
You
is-
you dumped everything.
Oh.
You did too many.
I just dumped everything. Great.
I wasn't
Oops,
expecting
oops.
a couple control V's to do that.
I did one control Z is all I
Wow.
did.
Okay.
Yes, you can do Control Shift and Z to redo. Let's just see if that works.
Well, do you think that will that work now?
Let's see.
Hopefully,
Full shift
hopefully.
There we
Media.
are.
Ta-da. Thank you.
Go back.
Saved my life.
Thank you, Mo. Go back into the and again to repeat. That's Control Shift Z. Control Z is undo. Control Shift Z is redo. And I always have to look it up because I don't use it that much. So
Yeah.
Because you never make mistakes, right?
No.
I don't make that kind of
Neil, we don't make mistakes.
other
We
mistakes. I mean, when I make a mistake, I can make a butte. I know enough to really be dangerous in this program. So go back to
Okay.
the freeform view.
All right. What do I do now?
Freeform.
We played around with that
Go to
idea.
the freeform view.
Freeform view?
Yes.
Okay. I know where freeform view is. Ta-da.
Okay. Now,
Oh, interesting. It's back to where I left it when
Yes.
I messed things up.
okay, let's just go ahead and start moving some things around. Just grab that top row.
Now, how to grab, okay, I can do that. Okay, grab the top row
Move those up.
and move them up. And grab the second row.
Mhm.
And accept that it is, wow. Oh,
Yeah,
there
you
we
have
go.
to be very careful. You see where it was catching?
Yeah, it wants to pick what's below it.
Yeah, but if you had to stay way to the right side, some of these things you just have to get used to doing. Okay, now I can move those up right below the ones above it.
Well, except that it moved some other things too. I tell you what.
Now let's see if you can separate those out.
Let's separate those out and move them back down.
Not over the others.
Not over the others. That's a good point. That was where I was running into problems. I think I will just move that up and that up. And then we'll take those. Ooh, and except that now I'm over again.
Well, move them down. Move them down farther and give yourself space. This is one of the things you have to create space. So you can scroll down. You notice you got quite a bit more room. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. And these I want to move.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Yes, there's a lot more room here.
And of course, you can resize your. You go to a smaller size. When you're moving things around at times, it's really handy to go ahead and go.
There's
to
a shortcut to making it small, right? Smaller? Is there?
I've never actually used that one.
Oh, okay.
But
So making the thumbnail small. Yeah, I don't know what the keyboard shortcut
Well,
is.
maybe we
try
won't worry
mine's-
about that right now. Okay,
Yeah.
here we go. We're making it. Okay, here we go. All right. I have things. A little bit more organized.
Okay. So, do you have them basically in the kind of the order you think you'd like the clips to be?
No, not at all.
Okay.
And of course now, because we started a new project, I don't have my handy little names and I don't have my sub clips.
Well, we're going to take care of
Okay. Do you want me to kind of, I think I can create an order.
I'd like to give an instruction if I could.
Oh, okay.
Would that be okay? I
Yes.
don't want to be rude.
He promised that he wouldn't yell at me while on.
It's nice if she stops to listen at times too.
Okay.
So go ahead and select everything. Just Control A to select everything. And slide it down a bit to give yourself some room at the top. Okay. Now you can go ahead and start trying to put some clips in order.
Okay. I think I'm trying to remember which one was. Oh, this one was one that I kind of liked as an opener. And I was. Oh, how do I? Oh, come on. There we go. I'll put that at the end. And then
you can make them smaller too, of course, with that slider to see more of them.
Oh, right. The slider. Yes. And now I'm moving things over. So like anything, you have to spend some time with a program to get comfortable.
Right.
And I am not there yet. Okay, so I've got that. I've got, we're going to put you over there. We're going to put this kind of in the middle, except that I lost my, yeah, we're going to put you up there somewhere. Maybe I need my icons a little smaller. And we're going to put that up there. We're going to put that there. And that I may be good. Well, wait a minute. I had this in there too. And I'll put that in there. That may be good enough.
Okay. So now.
Changed my mind. Gonna add that in. Okay.
Okay. So let's group that one then. Just select the whole group.
Mm-hmm.
And now right click.
And
make them large.
Make them large?
Yeah.
Oh, make my what?
Yeah. Clip size. You can make the clip bigger.
Clip size. Down there. It's extra large?
Yes.
Got it.
So now grab your others and move them down a little farther. Except move that audio file up to the right.
Up to the right, like at the end?
Not up there like that, but just down below them, just in the open space.
Okay, got it.
And
okay.
now grab the other clips and just move them down, get them out of the way.
Okay. Oops, there's one that didn't get selected. Okay.
Yeah, give yourself some room. Okay, now let's start. Pull that first clip. Just click on that first clip and pull it over towards the edge. Give yourself a little more space. Mm-hmm. Now, notice when you hover over it that you see basically your what's called hover scrubbing through the clip.
Yes.
Okay.
It's interesting. It doesn't respond all the time.
Yeah. And some of the times I've noted that it responds better if I click off the clip so it isn't selected. And
yes, it does. If it's not selected, it works great.
Okay. So but go up and do the scrub over the thing. Do you have was this one that you had an endpoint on, or did you start at the beginning of the clip?
None of these are sub clips. These are all the original clips.
That's not what I asked.
Okay.
Did you put an endpoint on it? When you use this in your other project, did you use the whole clip, or did you make?
No, I did not.
So use the scrubbing thing and go to where you would have started, essentially, where you think a good start point would be.
Right here.
And hit I. Let's see if that gives you a.
Oh, do I have to? I don't have it selected. Should I?
I think, yeah.
Okay.
And hit I.
Uh-huh.
And that should give you an in point on that clip right there.
Yeah, I think it did.
Okay, now go to where you would have an out.
Let me remember. I did something like... and then I do O for out.
For out.
Okay, cool. Yes, I did it.
Okay.
Except now. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And see, you can do that down the line. You can also now.
Now,
can you what?
Can I from the same clip? Can I create a second clip?
If you wanted to create a sub clip, yes, you could.
Well, maybe we shouldn't worry about that right now.
Let's not worry about that right
Okay.
now. Let's just get this basic project going here because we're running along. And so you could do this through the rest of your clips where you just set an in and an out here in the freeform panel. And now let's essentially say that you've created and go through some of the other clips right now. Just give them a quick in and out so we shorten it down a little bit to make sure that
Okay. In. This is pretty cool. Out. That's fast. Way faster than what I did before. Okay.
Yeah, and just very quickly set an in and out on 2 or 3 more of these.
Okay. Let's see. Oops. Let's get it. So we are. Oh. Let's go ahead. In. And out. Okay. Now let's see. Oops. Okay, here we go. In and out. Okay. At what point should I do them all?
No,
or
no,
is that good enough?
I just wanted to make sure we're shorter than the audio file will be. That's all I'm worried about. Okay, so
I don't know if we are yet.
Yeah, let's go ahead and see what we are. We could trim up something more if we aren't.
Okay.
Go ahead and select that top bit, including the audio file.
Select them all like by this way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And right-click, new sequence.
New sequence.
So you had to do it from within the selection. When you right-click, that has to be.
It has to be within the thing.
So
right-click. New sequence from clip.
Yes.
So.
Well, that's interesting. I'm used to it. It normally gives me the video, and it only gave you the audio.
Huh.
Okay, go back over to your bin.
Over.
Yeah. Go ahead and just give the hit the tilde grave key again. Okay, now just select the video clips.
Okay.
And right click, and again you clicked out of the.
Oops, I did. And
I actually now hit the grave tilde key because we're not going to be able to animate this from selection to
so select them.
And now hit the grave tilde key. And now just click and drag to the timeline. Although, yeah, up one, so it's not overwriting your music channel. Okay.
Oops.
Now, don't worry about that. It's on that other track now.
Okay.
So now hit that the backspace pipe key to get all your timeline visible.
Which key?
The one right above the enter key.
Oh, right. Okay.
Oh, that's interesting. It added what it did was it added the media
At
afterward.
the end, yes.
Okay.
This.
Well, go ahead and just hit Control Z, and it should undo what we just did.
Okay.
Another time. Just okay.
Okay.
Now, take the those blue clips, video clips. Just select them.
I have to select all of them,
Mhm.
and then drag them to the
Drag
beginning.
it to the left, and up one level probably. Oh, it's wanting to.
I'm going to do Control Z, our friend.
Okay. Drag the audio down one track. That green audio clip. Yep. Now just move the rest of it over. Okay. So you can take that long little clip on your video. Just make it shorter. Make it a lot shorter. Just click in.
Okay.
Okay.
So
just click.
Just do whatever. I mean, I can just drag it like no. How can I make it shorter easily?
Click up at the on the timeline, up where the numbers are for the timeline bar.
Up.
Right there.
Mm-hmm.
Click up in there, and that'll move your current time indicator to wherever you click. So click in the middle of that clip, but up there.
Okay.
Move over to the left quite a bit. I said the middle of the clip.
I see.
Okay. Now, just hit the W key.
W key. Ooh, it suddenly cut a bunch out. Okay.
Undo that. I want to take a look at it. Sure. Okay. It also cut some of the audio track that we don't want to. So on A2, clear to the left of A2 audio 2. You see the little lock icon? Click on that. Okay.
So now it's not going to cut that part.
Now it's not going to cut that. Now hit the W key, and it will cut off everything to the end and close it up. Q and W. Q cuts off the front. W clip cuts off the back, and it does this. Okay. So
awesome.
There. Now we have your entire piece edited here with your music left over. And we've kind of done it kind of hunky-dory, but this process is actually kind of, once you do it this way a couple times, it gets pretty natural and pretty easy to get into.
Yeah, this is way faster than what I was messing around with yesterday.
Right. And you can, again, you can do your naming like you did before, and you can even, of course, make subclips of them also, even from the freeform view panel. So but that working from the freeform view for most people, for doing a lot of your short little videos and everything like that, it's an awful lot easier. And in some ways, it's kind of like working at doing the storyboarding, like what they do on long form, like movies, when they make storyboards. Now, the other thing you wanted to see was remix.
Yes, there's a new feature called remix because my song is longer than my clips. And yeah, I have a 2-minute. Ideally, when I'm got this all done, I want it to be about a 1-minute video, and it's a 2.5-minute song, I think.
Yeah. So just to get this taken care of now, undo that lock thing on the far left on audio 2 A2.
Right.
Now, right-click on the audio file, and an option should be, and I think it's down at the bottom.
It says show clip keyframes at the bottom.
Let's see, where is?
Okay, so remix.
A remix is about a third of the way up from the bottom.
Wait, Miriam, if you see the first icon on the top is your selection tool, right? The little red, the little blue arrow, the selection tool on the top. You know where all your tools are? Where your razor blade tool on your next to your timeline on the left.
Oh.
Those tools. Go left more. It's in a vertical line
Next
coming
panel.
down. The
To the
panel
left.
on the left. To the left.
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 Keep going left.
Right.
Right.
Sorry.
See the third icon.
There's so
third
many
icon.
tools. There's the razor blade. Yes. Okay, I'm good.
Third icon.
We're all
third
good
icon
here.
from the top.
The top one is selection tool.
Third
said
icon
third.
from the top. Mhm. Click and hold. Click and
On
hold the third.
which one?
Third.
Stop. Watch your. Yeah. Just click and hold on the third icon.
Oh.
You'll have remix tool at the bottom. Click and hold the little arrow. We don't see it, do we? Nick?
I don't see it.
We don't see it.
No. Do it again. So go to that little. Can you see the triangle, like a little triangle underneath that tool? Just click and hold that tool. Don't let go of your mouse. So you must.
Okay. Right
click.
now, I've got the ripple edit tool,
Yes.
rolling edit
Yes.
tool, and rate stretch tool.
Right. So click at the bottom. Anywhere in that tool, just click on the left mouse click and hold the mouse click in. Don't let go.
I don't understand.
Okay, so if you go to the tool above it, the tool one above it,
Mm-hmm.
click and don't let the mouse go. Don't let the mouse button go. Did you do that? Are you holding your left mouse button in?
I'm holding my left mouse button, yes, and I have two options that appeared: track select forward tool and track select backward tool.
Okay, so we can't see that, Neil, for some reason.
Right.
So go to the third icon and do the same. Click and hold it, and then you'll see right at the bottom, you will see remix tool.
It's not showing it. Do I?
don't. Neil has
Maybe I don't have the newest version.
You may not have
you don't. Yeah.
I
don't
may
have the
not.
latest version.
I may need to update.
Yeah, it's in the latest version now. They've put it there as a tool, Neil.
But that's where it should be.
Yes.
Yeah.
It should
Is
show
the
up there.
remix. Okay.
And it also would show up if you right if you right click on the audio clip and you go down and about 2/3 of the way down, there's the audio gain and audio channels. And if you've got the right version, remix appears below that.
Yes, correct.
Okay. So update Premiere Pro. That's
so
what
you can
do.
you can right click on that clip now, on that audio clip, whichever audio clip you want to change, and you'll get speed, duration, under that audio gain, audio channels, and then remix.
I've got, oh yeah, but it's not showing up. It's only showing audio gain and audio channels.
Yeah. So,
yeah. So she doesn't have it, unfortunately.
I don't have the remix.
You need to keep updating your stuff. Yeah.
All right.
And it's too bad you don't, because it's very quick.
It's exceptional. It's exceptional.
There's very little you need to do. What it will do is, if when you click on the remix, you see the panel there off to the right where it says Essential Graphics, it will pop you to the Essential Sound panel instead, with in the Remix tab for it. And basically, you just have 2 or 3 controls. You set it for the length of time you want, and whether you want to stretch it or shorten it, and then what time you want, and say go.
Can I share my screen with you guys?
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, is that cool? All right, so
I'll stop sharing mine.
Let's share my screen for a second. Okay, so here's something. Share. Okay, you can see my screen, right? Yeah.
Yes, now we can see it.
Okay, cool. So I'll just bring up my audio so you guys can hear it. So you'll see that this audio it's very long, and here's my clips, right? So my clips kind of end here, right?
Right.
And here's the whole track. Now, very important remix tool. Your work area bar up here on the top needs to be at the point where you want your remix tool to end. Now, here's how it's playing at the moment. Okay, and what we want to do, I'll just make this right. So, what I'll do is I'll go to this little remix tool at the bottom. Here, make sure the audio track has been selected first, right? So like that. Go to the remix tool, and I'm just gonna drag it left. And up on my top right hand window, so I'll just escape that for a second, and you'll see up on my top, it'll open up this essential sound bar, so a tab for me the moment I do that, right? So I'll do that again. First, just of course select it. Oops, sorry. And let's go back to that tool, and then I'll just drag it to the end of the render bar, let go, and it's analyzing, and bang, done. That's half a second. That's very quick. So look what it's done now. So if I look at it, look at how it's going to end. Watch how it ends the whole clip. Done.
And
It's quite insane. It's actually quite insane.
So it just figures out the logical way for the music to end.
Yeah, it's got an algorithm, Adobe Sensei in the back, and it was a little. In the previous versions, it used to take a little bit long to get it done, but now it's lightning fast.
It analyzes the beat pattern of the song, and it also analyzes where it gets louder and softer and looks for patterns in it, and it will cut out sections of it, shorten some others, and put things back together so that it sounds very much like it was just always that way. It normally works pretty good. Occasionally you have to tweak it a little bit, but most of the time it's pretty dang good.
Sometimes you'll see the kind of cut lines that it makes. You'll see like jaggedy little lines, like sawtooth lines. That's where it's made. But then you have the ability you can even tweak it for vocals. There's several different kind of variants you can.
Okay, so it's not just, you have some control.
You have a lot of control, actually.
Awesome.
Quite a bit of control, yes.
But wow, that is incredible. Well, I have learned a lot. I am going to be writing notes about all of this.
And you're going to be back next weekend, yes? Next week with part 2, right? Yes? Yes.
Maybe. We'll see. But
how
I
many
definitely
part series
will
is this, by the way?
What I end up with after I take all this information. I'm going to post notes, all those little shortcuts that you showed me, and because I like to see things, I like to have things written out, and I don't know if other people are, but hey, people can go and ask for my notes too. I would love to share that. Awesome. So I hope people found this interesting. It certainly was good for me. I can't find this tool.
I've helped a number of users on the various forums start using the freeform view. It was one that when it first came out, a lot of people said, "What? This is stupid. Why is that? We got thumbs. We don't need this." And I was able to convince a few people to just work. I don't want to take the time to do this. It takes just a few seconds to set it up, to move things down, give yourself the space, and then after some of them tried it, they were going, "Oh,
this is faster, isn't it?
This is like you've really got a storyboard creation going here." And I'm going, "Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It helps you storyboard your project."
Awesome.
And an awful lot of our projects, you're running like a minute or 2 minute program or something like that from a number of clips. You can storyboard that out in freeform before you even put it on the sequence, it's pretty much done. But just take a few seconds with it actually in freeform view, drop that in your timeline, throw your music track on it, and then you're ready to start doing your overdub for any comments you're going to make on it. And bingo, bango, bongo. I mean, it's fast.
Yeah, it's very
well, my very first thing I'm going to do is update Premiere Pro. So I can have that feature. I don't update everything, my programs, because I have heard so many times from Neil about sometimes there are bugs with the newest updates, and so I have gotten the habit of not doing that.
The newest patch fixes a lot of things, and it's really
yes. This one has done a great deal of good.
Good.
Find out a lot of the bugs.
We need to sign off, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
Bye-bye. See you next week, Miriam, on part 2.
Yeah.